Everybody faces tough times. Some people who face tough times as a Christian say, oh, that's my excuse for backsliding. That's my excuse to miss church. That's my excuse to stop reading the Bible faithfully. That's my excuse to be able to do what I want. I feel sorry for me. I have a tough situation I'm facing in my life. Can I tell you, it's time for you to grow up. Every Christian, every person faces tough situations. Matter of fact, here in the Old Testament, in the book of Esther, chapter 4, there's a story. We're right in the middle of a story. Wonderful story here in this Old Testament book. But Esther and some of her cousin, they have been taken captive, and they've been taken to a different country. Esther is a beautiful woman, and she has become the queen of this kingdom. But there's an evil person who is just under the king. And that evil person wrote up a law, and he had the king sign that all the Jews in that kingdom should be killed. The king did not know that Esther, his wife, was a Jew. He didn't know that. And so he signs the legal document. And now the cousin of Esther comes to her and he says, you need to go before the king and beg for our forgiveness, our freedom. And Esther, she's a little bit uneasy. She doesn't know what to do. She's got some doubts. And her cousin says this. He says in verse 14 of Esther chapter 4, verse 14, he says, for if thou altogether holdest thy peace, or you don't speak at this time, then shall there be an enlargement, and deliverance will arise from the Jews in another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And he asks a question, who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? I want to say to you, God revealed to Esther through her cousin's words here, I have placed you in that position as the queen for at exactly this time. You need to stand for me now. And I want to tell you, no matter what the situation you face, keep the main thing the main thing. Don't be distracted by your situation in difficult times. Understand, God knows your times. God knows your situation. And God has placed you where you are right now for this time to stand for Him. So do it today and stand strong.